Welcome to the New Heights Show on Education. I'm Pamela Clark, founder and director of the New Heights Educational Group, and I'm here with David Smith, the founder of Silicon Valley High School, who has helped us get these podcasts produced and delivered to you.
Yes, Pamela, when we saw the great things that you and your army of volunteers were achieving at New Heights, we wanted to get involved. We're happy to work with you to leverage the internet and make quality education accessible and affordable to everyone, everywhere.
Thank you, David. We appreciate Silicon Valley High School helping us to get these podcasts out to the hundreds of thousands of listeners from all over the world. So I hope you enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. This is Charlotte McGuire, your host for the New Heights Show on Education. Did you hear that mounting crescendo in that instrumental music? That's what we're about, taking your children to new heights. I encourage you to give thanks always. This is Thankful Thursday, especially for our children. The mission of the New Heights Educational Group, Incorporated, supports literacy for children and adults by offering a range of educational support services. Such services include assisting families in the selection of schools, organization of educational activities, and acquisition of materials. We promote a healthy learning environment and enrichment programs for families of preschool and school-aged children, including children with special needs. The New Heights Educational Group offers support to all students, whether in public schools, private schools, charter schools, or home schools. Each week, this show explores a new topic on Common Core. I am certain by now all of you have heard about Common Core state standards. Our goal is to share truth and dispel myths about Common Core so families can come together in knowledge, action, and voices for education. Remember, it's what you don't know that can hurt you. It is important that you know as much about Common Core state standards and what it means for your children so you can make informed choices about your child's education. Today's show will explore repealing Common Core. Is it possible?
Right now, you might be struggling through your classes or even failing them. You might be worried that you may not finish high school. There might have even been a thought that you may not be smart enough. Well, the New Heights Educational Group begs to differ. We not only think you are smart enough, but with our help, you will complete your high school diploma. The New Heights Educational Group strives to improve your academic success through its tutoring services. To learn more, please visit newheightseducation.org and contact us. New Heights Educational Group, educational resources to help reach your goals.
Now let's get to the topic for today. Repealing Common Core, is it possible? Absolutely. The people that got us Common Core are the people that are elected by you, the taxpayer. Let's be clear. Common Core, the program, has ignited a groundswell of passionate resistance from parents, students, teachers, taxpayers, and even experts across the political spectrum in a major assault on America's children. One state lawmaker in New York with an education background is reported as saying Common Core is state-sponsored child abuse. What do you think of that? But another representative in the state of New York has just proposed a bill that would protect schools from testing, boycott, fallout. In other words, there has been a record number of students or parents that have opted their children out the Common Core PARCC test. And remember, PARCC is the Partnership for the Assessment of Readiness for College and Careers. And what has been threatened by schools and teachers is if they do not maintain a 95% state test participation rate, their federal funding will be in jeopardy. So Representative Tom Reed says he will introduce a bill to prevent school districts or teachers from suffering any consequences when large numbers of their students opt out of Common Core tests. Hooray for Representative Tom Reed. But as we go on in this show, I want to remind you, remember last week we had a teacher from Southwest Ohio, Dr. Wida, who made an urgent appeal to parents to opt out their students from the Common Core test. And remember, I read to you the bottom line of her letter. But I thought I would reopen this with what she said was first and foremost of importance. She said, refusing to allow your child to participate in state testing is a parental right guaranteed by the 14th Amendment and broadly protected by the Supreme Court. And she cites McGuire and Pierce cases. The Supreme Court has repeatedly held that you as parents possess the fundamental right to direct the upbringing and education of your children. Furthermore, the court declared that the child is not the mere creature of the state, which we know. Those who nurture him and direct his destiny have the right, coupled with the high duty, to recognize and prepare him for additional obligations in society. And she cited Pierce versus the Society of Sisters. The Supreme Court criticized a state legislature for trying to interfere with the power of parents to control the education of their own children. In McGuire, the Supreme Court held that the right of parents to raise their children free from unreasonable state interference is one of the unwritten liberties protected by the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. So as parents, you need to know you have the right to protect your children. And can we repeal Common Core? Yes, we can. We can do it because government was instituted to secure the liberties that we have been given by God. And plus, as a parent, you have to be the voice to a vision and validation that your child is created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Also remember that your child has the inherent potential to succeed, and you are to shape that success on the educational choices that you make for your child. But this is one myth the pro-Common Core people would like you to think is true. The opposition to the Common Core state standards is a small but vocal minority, when the truth is opposition to the Common Core state standards and its related tests and its data mining is vocal, but certainly not a minority. The leaders of the opposition are the moms and the pops. Some call them mama grizzlies. Another person called them bad A mothers. Moms are the ones, for the most part, who help with homework, volunteer in their children's classrooms, and were the first to sense that something was very wrong in their children's school. They are the moms who have elected to homeschool their children. Teachers were still grappling with the imposition of the Common Core themselves, so they couldn't really articulate their discomfort. Plus, most teachers are intimidated and are not accustomed to defying their districts, their secretaries of education, or their governors. Now remember, our governors got us into Common Core because of the money that was made available to them. Rather than admit their mistakes, many of the governors have doubled down on stupid, staying steadfast in their support of Common Core. Governors adopted Common Core and left and let it through the gates using their state boards of education without a single vote of their state legislatures. That's what you need to find out, listeners. Where do your elected local school board district leaders stand? Where do your state representatives and your state senators stand? And really, where is your governor at this point? Opposition to the Common Core is grassroots. You won't hear much about this opposition in the big government-controlled media. You will hear about it online with alternative and social media. We need to understand that hundreds of thousands of parents are opting their children out of the Common Core test. For example, Representative Jeff Duncan introduced a resolution with 43 other congressmen signing on, denouncing how the U.S. Department of Education coerced states into adopting the Common Core in exchange for federal monies.
This podcast is brought to you by Silicon Valley High School, the world's fastest growing, video-based, self-paced, teacher-supported, fully accredited online school that's recommended by more than 96% of students. Take individual courses at just $95 each, or earn your high school diploma at any age. Check us out at svhs.co.
In every state, there are brave state legislators who are challenging their governors with legislation to disentangle their state's children from the bad Common Core. They need your support and voices. One of the ways you can do that is through Truth in American Education is an excellent aggregating website listing many anti-Common Core groups, news, and legislation occurring nationally. They should be on your favorites list. Every state has a multitude of groups coalescing to stop the Common Core, usually started by moms. There are numerous blog sites and state groups opposing the Common Core, only a Google search away. As a matter of fact, for our listeners, we have posted on the New Heights Educational Group website opting out of Common Core park forms, and also a petition you may sign to stop Common Core in Ohio. Just go to www.newheightseducation.org and click on New Heights Radio and click on my show, Charlotte McGuire, and let's give voice and take action for our children's education. It is so important at this time. And we just got a news alert. The Alliance for the Excellence in Education has done an update on the rewrite of, guess what, No Child Left Behind bill. It was unanimously passed with bipartisan support. And shortly before or after Memorial Day, hear me, shortly before or after Memorial Day, there will be a vote in Congress. So Congress has 2 weeks to debate the necessity and the validity of Common Core. Give your state representatives a call. And also, 44 states will have to apply for renewal of requests of the waivers that they received this year for No Child Left Behind. The waivers were only good for 3 years, so they're in a frenzy now to be sure that they have what they need. And news alert, here again, we have an open letter from Lisa Ellis, and she represents Common Core Education Without Representation. There is an urgent appeal. The U.S. Department of Education is deliberately withholding actual science standards from public scrutiny. A parent member of the Utah Science Standards Review Committee is calling for an immediate stop to number one, the U.S. Education Public Policy Comment Period, because the U.S. Department of Education has only allowed the public and the Parent Review Committee to see a sterilized, watered-down version rather than a true, full version of the Common Core science standards and appendices that the teachers will be using. Yet, the U.S. Department of Education is asking the public to comment on this in a blind manner. In other words, comment, approve, and see what's in it later. Secondly, the call is to be alert to the U.S. Department Office of Education statewide tour aimed to give parents the impression that they have been given full disclosure of the new science standards. Since the science standards that the public is being shown upon, which the public has been asked to comment, guess what? They are not the same as the standards that teachers are to be using, nor the same as the standards upon which the Parent Review Committee has asked to work on. This tour to present the standards is at best partially truthful, and at worst, a deliberate deception. Watch out for the science standards. So can we repeal Common Core? Absolutely, we can. And we need to be on alert to watch for what our legislators are doing. Parents, we need to come together to give voice and take action on behalf of our children's education. Repealing Common Core, is it possible? Yes, it is. But it will take all of us who believe in the sacred trust and the sovereignty of parents to raise their children and to direct their educational development. All of us casting a vote for those who represent the interests of the people. Remember, we are a republic, and that means it's government for the people, it is government by the people, and it is government of the people. Let's let our voices be heard, but most of all, let's take action together to repeal Common Core. Thank you for listening in. Now to the New Heights Educational Group announcement. First, we need to alert you our library satellite office is closed until further notice. We are looking for a new location. Thank you to all that came out last Sunday to help us move it from the building we're in. The New Heights Educational Group is still running as it always has. To make an appointment, contact Pamela Clark, our director, or visit the home office. Please contact us directly. The New Heights Educational Group is currently running a fundraising campaign. If you are willing to help send out letters to area businesses, please contact us as soon as possible. And thanks to all who donate their time and care so much about our organization. And a special thank you to Marshals for their recent $5,000 donation. Our pre-recorded interactive classes have arrived and will continue to be added to expand New Heights Educational Group virtual homeschool group offerings on an ongoing basis. Please visit our site often for updates. We need more volunteers, paid tutors, and teachers in person and online. Contact us directly if you can help. The New Heights Educational Group offers student leadership opportunities. Please contact us more to learn more about those opportunities. The New Heights Educational Group has published its first book, One Nonprofit's Journey to Success. Is an inspiring story of the New Heights Educational Group and its rise as a nonprofit organization. Please visit our site for information on how you can purchase this inspiring book. If you have already purchased the book and read the story, please leave a review for us on Amazon. And our annual Recognition Day event is coming up soon. It will be held Saturday, July 25th from 2 to 5:30 p.m. This time will fluctuate depending on the level of participation. The recognition event will be held at the Harvest Light Fellowship, 20,000 County Road, Route 424, Defiance, Ohio, 45312. This event is open to all homeschool, charter, public school families that wish to recognize their children or for children that want to perform in a public setting. All performances, projects, and displays must be family friendly. Please RSVP us as soon as possible. We want to thank and invite audience to tune in for next week's Thankful Thursday show with another topic on Common Core. Thank you for tuning in to Thankful Thursday, New Heights Show on Education. This is Charlotte McGuire, your host, signing off. See you next week.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to rate us and follow us on your podcast player. Check out our show page, radio.newheightseducation.org, for monthly announcements and other happenings.